There we are. All right. How do you get that microphone hit live?
You sure now?
I'm sure.
Can you hear us out there?
Yeah, they can hear us. Hey, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started,
What?
what's your favorite spot to look outside?
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look outside.
Yeah, look out.
Shall we?
Look outside, shall we?
Yeah.
It's sunny still.
Sunny, yeah.
You know, I do actually enjoy the evenings where it goes a little longer and you have a bit more sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice. So,
Sure. Longer days.
Yeah, I get to do more things outdoors before I rush to bed.
Right.
It's really weird.
This is true.
It's like, go, go, go. Okay, 9 o'clock, time to get ready for bed.
Yeah.
It's dark now.
That's right. Oh, look at that sun.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's not
Whoa.
bad. Temperatures in the upper 70s, so it's a nice
Yeah.
out evening on the patio. We should be out
Right.
there on the patio.
Well,
We can watch the game tonight on the patio.
it's mosquitoes.
It's mosquito season.
And they're large.
Yeah, they're hungry. They're angry
Yeah.
from all that recent rain. So, hey, everybody. I'm Aaron.
And Jody.
We're from Team Total Realty, here to give you another exciting episode of something that you really don't usually have to think about until the kids are just about moving out of the house.
Right.
Or, you know, it's been a while and you just need a downsize, right? Either
Yeah.
financial wise, or maybe it's just too much of a house. You're tired of cleaning it. I don't know, whatever. Fill in the blank. There's many reasons. So we're going to talk about the do's, don'ts, the tips, how to kind of approach that, both on
Right.
the psychological level and also just, practical.
And for the aging population, right?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that and also the market stats, so it's what we'll jump into here right away. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like and share the video. Leave your comments live. We'll answer any questions that you have while we do the show. Okay, so first things first, mortgage rates, where are they at since our last live broadcast? Have they changed any?
Well, they're up a little. To me, they're up, but they're down, technically. At 6.94
Yeah.
for 30-year fixed.
Yeah, they haven't really changed a whole
FHA
lot.
is 6.4.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're showing that they're down, so I guess they were higher.
They're holding up in the upper sixes.
Yeah.
So we were, I think our last one, they were about 6.75. So, you know, it's bouncing around.
Right, yeah.
Which is basically where all the pros said that the market would be this year anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
that's right.
it's not really surprising.
That's right.
Let's see. As far as what's currently moving and shaking around the greater Oklahoma City metro area
Right, for the last 7 days.
for last week. Yep.
Yeah.
So new listings, 583.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a good number. We've seen, I think, about that
for
same
spring,
number.
yeah.
It's been pretty steady,
Yeah.
pretty consistent. Here's some interesting other numbers, though.
Right, so sold listings 336. That's nice. Pending home sales, so contracts have been written on them. 481. Is that what that says?
Yep.
Okay, and price decreases 556.
Yeah,
That's quite a bit.
That kind of shocked me.
I guess because homes are sitting on market for longer and people need to sell for various reasons.
Yeah,
That's my take.
and it depends on where you live as to how quickly homes are moving, because we've seen numbers that are around 20-something days to as much as 50-something days.
Right.
So I guess it just kind of depends on what part of town you're in, what county you're in, what city or what countryside,
What your home offers.
what your home offers. Yeah.
Is it for that buyer? You know, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of variables.
But at least things are moving, so that's good.
Yes.
It is, relatively still slow compared to prior years, but, movement is movement, so that's good.
Correct.
We want to look at the numbers. We can take a look at kind of the graphs and show you what's going on here across a couple avenues to look at. So this will be the number of days on market, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
This is for the entire MLS, what they call it, which encompasses several counties versus just, say, the greater Oklahoma City metro area.
Right.
And we put the red bar on here for Oklahoma County, because that covers a big chunk of Oklahoma City. It's not all of it, of course, but just kind of give you an idea. And they're pretty comparable. Things aren't moving quite as fast in the inner cities as they are on the outskirts of town, it sounds like. So it may stay a little longer,
Right.
for your home, for that aspect of it.
I think people are getting used to that now.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that seems to be like higher interest rates and longer days on market. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and sales prices, pretty. Well, I was gonna say, if you look over the year,
Yeah.
it's almost flat, but there's been some deviations both up and down.
Right.
We dropped obviously during the winter time, which is typical.
That's normal.
And then of course they bounce right back up. Everybody gets excited for the spring.
As soon as the warm weather comes.
Yeah. So they're still holding right around 260, 263
Yeah.
in that ballpark for the
Yeah.
median home price. If you look
Right.
at average home price, not it does a little differ in the data, up around
Yeah.
330,000 here in Oklahoma County.
Right.
So home prices have gone up on an average of about 3%, which is standard.
Yeah.
That's about our normal price increase
Yeah.
anyway.
And I think that's
Year over
actually
year.
what the experts are calling for
I think, yeah, for the next 12-month period.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I saw that too.
3 to 4% increase for 2026.
They pretty much always say
That's
that.
for 2026 though.
Yeah, unless something
Steady
dramatic
growth
happens.
trajectory. Yeah, into 2026.
Let's see. Here's some interesting
Which
stuff
is
though.
nice.
So if you are selling a home, first off, reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you out with
Yes, absolutely.
that. But we're talking about how many shows does it take before you go to the pending status?
And by shows, we mean showings. So
Showings.
scheduled people to see your home.
Yeah, so it takes about 7 to 8 people in your home
Yeah.
before somebody says, all right, let's get down to the table
Yeah.
and put down an offer.
That's right.
So,
Because I think people want to see everything that's in their price range that's available.
and it's down from over the winter time, but not by much.
No.
It's still pretty flat. I mean, it's just a kind of an average.
Yeah.
And then price per square foot, this is interesting. So we're up
Yes.
around 159, 58 bucks a square foot. So from home to home.
Yeah.
So anyway, so some good numbers. Kind of put that in the back of your mind whenever you're contemplating, how much you think your home's going to be worth, what you can expect time-wise as far as how long it may take to sell it.
Right. So
How-
so plan ahead.
Yeah, oh yeah, all this requires planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to just jump in there. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but I wouldn't do it unless you had a really good realtor to help you out.
That's me.
Is that you? It
Yeah.
is you. Well, hey, tonight's topic, like I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
downsizing or quote-unquote right-sizing, if you want to look at it on another way
That's right.
of saying it, if you want to keep it more positive. I mean, if you
That's
just don't
right.
like the word downsizing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. It's
Yeah.
for empty nesters
That's correct.
and for retirees and for, like I said, any other reason that may come up.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Baby boomers.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Right.
so let's do the emotional side.
Okay. So there's a lot of emotion when it comes to downsizing, right? So acknowledge the emotional attachments that you have to the family home. I mean, don't ignore them. Embrace them. You can take photos of meaningful spaces before you let go of the home. Repurpose sentimental items.
Oh, that's true too. You can take something you like out of that home, and it may not fit in the new home unless you do something to it,
Right.
like make a little artwork or something,
correct.
or transform it over,
Yeah.
like a dining room table into a desk
Yes.
or a bench. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
you took a piano.
I took my piano apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have room.
We got room for no grand piano, but we did take room the
the
keys.
keys. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I've got the keys.
and
I
the
just
keys.
we haven't done anything with them yet,
Yeah.
but we will. Host a farewell dinner
Mm-hmm.
in the home to create some closure.
Yeah. And then you can have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like the kids, they're 20 years old now, but or 18 or whatever. But you can say, hey, remember we used to hide in this little closet after
Yeah,
I
hide
chased
and
you?
seek.
Hide and seek around the house. So you have fun with it.
With the wooden spoon.
let the emotions, go.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got to define your why. I mean, why are you in this position, right?
Right, exactly. Are you downsizing to travel? To save money? Are you going to be closer to grandkids? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of variables.
And also, it helps to get the what. You got to do the why to get to the what. And
Right.
once you shape that, it just kind of helps you in the whole process of doing, basically getting another home. And,
That's right.
Seeing what you really need.
Well, and you can create like a vision board and visualize, right, your ideal lifestyle,
Yeah.
of what you're looking for.
Vision boards are important. I don't think
they
enough
are.
people use them or do them.
Yeah.
And you don't have to physically do a vision board. You can meditate and do a vision board like this,
Yeah.
in this vision up
Yeah.
here. I mean, you can do all kinds of ways.
I had a vision board.
You can probably just speak it too every day. I'm doing this, or I'm having that, or I'm whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's right. Or I'm moving here. Or
That's right. I'm gonna have a pool wherever I go.
yes.
That's your. It's in your perpetual vision board. All right, decluttering without drama. So start early, obviously, 'cause it's gonna take some time. Plus, you might have a few breakdowns along the way.
Right. And then there's the 4-box method. So it's keep, donate, sell, and toss.
I bet the guys do a lot of the tossing, and the girls are like, "Let's keep this, let's keep that."
Okay. Did you actually just say that?
Maybe. Hey, if it's like manly stuff, like I could use in the garage for projects, yeah, we're keeping that stuff. All right. Anyway, so yeah, you go room by room. Obviously, don't do it
Yes.
don't do it, like all at once. You just one at a time to keep it doable.
Yeah.
Local resources.
So estate sale companies, donation centers that offer the pickups, make it easy on yourself, right?
Yeah.
and professional organizers.
Yeah, especially if you have a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, you might need some help.
I think I'm a professional organizer.
Are you?
Yeah, I have an eye for that.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually really enjoy that.
Really?
Organizing.
You don't say.
You can't tell?
That's just your. I thought it was your OCD.
No.
That's an enjoyable part.
Yes.
Okay.
Containers, boxes.
All right. Well, I know what you're gonna do for your third job.
Right.
Professional organizer.
Right.
All right. So you need some organizing. Call Jody. All right. Have kids tag what they want. Obviously, it's important. They don't-
Right.
If they don't claim it,
It's gone.
it's gone.
Toss it.
Toss it. It's one of those deals.
Yeah.
Obviously, knowing what you need in a new space. So, if you're downsizing,
Right.
you may be going from 4,000 square feet to 2,000, whatever it may be. So, you're going to have to keep that in mind. So,
Right.
prioritize some things. One, depending on your age.
Accessibility.
Yeah. What
Right.
are you going to need, like mobility wise?
Right. Exactly.
Maintenance.
Maintenance and your layout's very important.
Mhm. Do you want an open floor plan?
Yeah.
Do you like more structured to where you can push and lean against walls and stuff when you walk?
Right.
For support. Just kind of whatever you want there.
That's right.
Think one level living.
Yeah.
So do you want a 2-story?
Stairs.
Stairs. Is that gonna be a problem for you?
Right.
Walk-in showers.
Yeah. Those are becoming really popular.
Mm-hmm.
My mom just did that.
Yeah.
'Cause she's aging.
Yeah.
Walk-in showers. I mean, as you age, depending on some ailments, can you lift your feet over top of a bathtub?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Everybody's got their own issues to work with.
And low maintenance landscaping.
You want to talk about low maintenance?
Yeah.
Arizona low maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, it's either fake or rock.
Right.
That's some low maintenance.
That's right.
Yeah. And then they paint it, so it looks good. Looks real.
Yeah.
Consider lifestyle. So proximity to medical care.
Right.
If that's obviously if we're talking about medical conditions, but
Right.
there's some other things fun. It's not just all about medical stuff.
That's right. Golfing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of golfers out there.
And I don't know how or when this kicked in, but pickleball became a thing.
Right.
I don't know.
Pickleball.
I don't know. I slept and woke up and said, what's all this pickleball stuff everywhere?
That's right.
So,
Or wine bars.
yeah, there you're talking. It's some real fun stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Wine
when you want
bars.
to pick and downsize, pick a location where it's going to suit you.
Yeah.
And what you want to do now.
And your lifestyle.
Yeah, because maybe things are different now. If the
Yeah.
kids are gone and everything else, you don't have certain requirements anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're free to go back to move about the cabin.
Absolutely.
Do what you want to do. So take advantage of it.
That's right.
All right. So obviously there's a financial consideration on this.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
you can free up the equity.
Absolutely. Talk to your lender or financial advisor. The best way that you to do all that. Property taxes,
Mm-hmm.
right? HOA fees. Your insurance may go down.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or up. It just depends on the area.
All right. Let's see. Capital gains, tax exclusions.
Right.
When
When
selling
selling a primary residence.
So you have to get your CPA involved and all that.
Yeah.
All right. So timing the market. Well,
Well, is there such a thing as time in the
I don't
market?
know. We talk about it, but
I think the timing is when it's best for you
it really is
and
because
your schedule.
there's always a buyer somewhere and there's always a seller somewhere.
That's correct.
Just the two shall meet.
Yes.
So
And we're matchmakers.
that's what we are. So yeah, when the right time to sell and buy is basically just whenever you're ready.
Yes. That's right.
You can look at the market trends like we show you, what's
Yeah.
going on. In the last, we've done these once a month and they've been pretty flat. Like there hasn't really been a whole lot of change. So if you're
Right.
waiting for some big, huge move, this is it. You're in it.
Well, okay, so let's go back to that. Sometimes there are better times of the year to sell because of winter. There's
Mm-hmm.
not always a lot of inventory. A lot of folks don't want to move during the cooler months.
Mm-hmm.
They want to wait. Plus, if they have, so
Yeah,
that
but
might be
then
a
you-
good time to sell.
The problem is it averages out because then okay, fine, I'll wait till the early summer when everybody else sells. Okay, great. Now you're in an extreme competition situation.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. You
That's
just have to
why.
pick your poison. It's whenever you're
Yeah.
ready to move, put it on the market.
Yeah,
So,
when it's best for you. Okay, so downsizing. It doesn't always mean downgrading, which is big.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
yeah, I know. So, we missed a point about
We did?
about selling.
Would we?
And it's okay to do this. We haven't talked about this in a long time. Rent short term.
Oh, right. You
Yeah.
don't want to feel pressured into buying something
Right. So
just for the sake of buying.
yeah, because there's a lot of things you got to do, and if maybe you're in a situation where, you're down to one income, we didn't mention that earlier, but that may be a reason to downsize.
Right.
And then you may have to rent for a while until you can find something that's suitable. depending on the time of the year. Like you said, maybe maybe it's during the winter and there's only a few people selling homes and they're not a good fit for you, so you got to wait.
That's
well,
right.
There's an option.
That's true.
Okay, so then you were back to
Downsizing doesn't mean downgrading.
right.
So show off beautiful, functional, smaller homes that still feel luxurious, luxurious, and they do. Depends on your furniture, how it's decorated on the inside.
You know what's funny is vaulted ceilings never seem to go out of style.
Wow, when you walk into a home with vaulted ceilings, your home just looks more open.
I know, just bigger,
spacious, bigger.
more breathable.
Yeah.
And then smart layouts, because everything now is all tech, right?
Oh, that's
You
true.
can walk in. I swear, we're one step away from Minority Report. You just walk in, the whole home says "Welcome home." All the lights kick on.
Yes.
Your favorite music starts playing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the stove kicks on. Now it's got your meal going. I mean, it's getting crazy.
We're almost there.
I know. And then here's your favorite part: outdoor living spaces.
Outdoor living spaces, yes. Well, I love being outside.
Minus the mosquitoes.
Minus all the mosquitoes.
We're gonna take care of that though.
We are.
Yeah, we're putting up a pergola.
Yeah, well, a gazebo.
Or I mean a gazebo.
There is a difference.
I always say those two interchangeably.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Well,
apparently. Even though if you Google them, you'll get results for both in the same result. But yeah,
yes and no.
there are some differences.
There are big differences.
Yeah. Well, because the problem is the pergolas now, they're not the wooden slats anymore. Now they're metal that folds or will twist and close.
Right.
So technically, that's not a pergola. That's a roof. So now we're back to gazebo. An ugly gazebo, but a gazebo. I don't know.
I like the gazebos because they're vaulted on the ceilings. On the inside, they're hard. And then I have my mosquito barrier
Right.
shelter.
Yeah, so that's really one of the catalysts, because you want to spend more time outside. And
Yes.
you have to fog and spray, and we got the little blue lights, but they love her blood. That stuff doesn't really slow them down much.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so working with the real estate pro, that's where we come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to price your home right. Obviously, we're going to come in with our market stats and let you know what's happening in your neighborhood based on very, very good comparables to your home.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're basically there to help you every step of the way, including any questions that you have when you're trying to buy a home, when you're looking. Obviously, on the selling side, get you set up with that. And also, if you need repairs.
Right. We have
recommendations. We have a ton of partners that we've vetted.
that
And have known for a long time.
Yeah.
And so we trust them with our business, with your business.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
and we've used many of our partners, if not all of them at some time.
we try to.
Yeah.
Just because we want to have the same experience.
Right.
And I got zero tolerance for anybody that's unethical, non-moral, just anything that's I don't want part of. So
That's right.
Not on my watch. Anyway, the bottom line is the transition should feel good.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel like a whirlwind. It should feel very smooth and an easy transition.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's always what I strive to do for my people that I work with. Make it very simple, very easy.
And I think that was pretty much most of what we want to talk about.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
No, and if you just want some numbers, we did look at just some numbers, kind of give you an idea of what's coming, as far as what age group you're in. So we didn't want to make this whole show about say baby boomers, for example, because it's not just baby boomers that'll downsize. There's everybody will at some point.
Right.
In a different time. So, but just some of their numbers, because that is a large group of homes.
Yes.
That's be affected. What's the percentage?
So there's 9 million boomer-owned homes.
Coming into the market between now and 2035. So basically over the next 10 years, that's 38% of the homes in the U.S., which doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
I guess because it says they currently own 38% of homes. Now, they're obviously not all going to downsize or sell, but the estimates that of that 38%,
9 million of them.
About 9 million of them will. And it's just going to be gradually, like a little at a time. So they're thinking, a third of a million each year, something like that.
Right.
But a lot of them, they want to stay there.
Yeah, they do.
I don't blame them. It's your home, right?
Sure.
It goes back to our first tip of this whole thing is the emotional side. Sentimental value.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to let that go. I get it. So they're going to stay in their homes as long as possible.
Right.
So that will delay a lot of those homes coming on.
And
But-
then when it does, gradually, roughly about 300,000 per homes
Yeah.
per year will be released.
Yeah. And they call that the silver tsunami.
Yeah, if you've ever heard that term.
Yeah. So if you hear that
that's
term floating
actually
around,
what it means.
that's what they're referring to, the silver tsunami. That's when all of a sudden all these homes are going to just show up on the market one day.
Yeah.
And while that's not technically correct,
Right.
it is trending in that direction
Yeah.
little by little. So it's not, it's more of a, not a tsunami, but just a wave at whitewater. It just kind of just goes like this. I don't know, whatever you do that.
That's right. But that's good
Um,
for inventory
Yeah.
for areas that are lacking.
I
And of course, Oklahoma. I mean, we've got really affordable housing here, so
Oh, extremely affordable housing. We are so
Very.
lucky. That's
Yeah.
why we have a lot of transplants come in from
That's
East
correct. Mm-hmm.
Coast and West Coast. They're all afraid of tornadoes when they get here, though, because all they hear about is we got major tornadoes everywhere, and
yeah.
then that freaks them out. So I got to calm them down on that deal. But
And you do a good job at that.
well, thanks, appreciate that. You do a good job on the real estate side too.
Thank you.
She always kids around that I just show up at the beginning, at the end, and she
Well,
does all the
'Cause
work.
It's true. I don't joke around. It's
Listen,
facts.
I already got 2 other jobs. I'm busy. I got things to do. No, obviously, I'm the silent partner here. Obviously, I help her out, and I'll see you. But I think that's really all we want to talk about. I was kind of
Yeah.
glanced over our notes, and
That's right.
I pretty much covered everything, so that's good.
Yeah, we did good.
So yeah, we've been doing these about once a month. When we first started doing the Team Total broadcast, we were doing them, hitting them like every week because we just wanted to flood,
Yes.
with so much information that we had learned and that you had brought to the table
Yeah.
from being 15 years now plus in the business. Is it 16 now?
No.
I know. I'm starting because I forget what year this is. 2025, so it's 15 now.
15 years. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's obviously a lot of information you want to get out there. And then
Sure.
in Facebook, so we have a lot of videos on YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, for creators, they decided to start deleting all your videos. I guess they don't
Right.
want, in other words, they don't want to store all your videos on their servers.
Right.
Because it takes up space. So all those videos that we created over the last 2 years, they're going to be getting dropped off and deleted.
Right.
Not by us, but by Facebook. So we have to download them all, and then if we want to, go back and re-upload them or edit them. I'm like, oh,
Which I think you did, right?
that's a lot of work. I did download them, but
Yeah.
I'm so busy this time of the year, I didn't mess with it. So I don't even know if the rest of those have been deleted or not yet. But if they haven't, they're on the chopping block.
Right.
But anyway, so that was what we want to talk about here for tonight. If you do have a home that you would like to sell and you're thinking about downsizing, we'd love to help you out.
Yeah.
So the number's on the screen. You can call or text anytime.
Yeah.
And if you know of someone also who's looking to sell, send them our way.
Love to help them. Love to talk with them.
Yeah, and that's the deal is the calls are free. I mean, you can just call up and go, hey, I got a question. We'll give you the answer. That's it.
Yeah.
And then thank you for the call. So
Absolutely.
It's real simple.
Or the referral.
Otherwise, we thank Ferguson Roof Systems as always for sponsoring this
Yes.
broadcast. They've been awesome. We had the hail damage, according to the Mother Nature, hit us.
Yeah.
And when was that? Was that September, October?
Yeah.
I've lost count.
I think it was October.
I think it was the end of September, October, right around there. And for Edmond, it's a big hailstorm, and we got
yeah.
hit. Finally, I've got a long time like getting really big hail. And anyway, so the insurance had to come out and do all the stuff that they do, and we learned a lot on that process too. And
I learned a ton.
we had a great company to work with, Pinely.
Yes.
I mean, you hear all the horror stories. I'm glad we didn't have any problems with our
No.
agent. He just approved everything. I was like, sweet.
That's right.
But anyway, so Ferguson, their team came out and they did a great job. The roof is awesome, and they did the roofs of our neighbors as well. I think 2 or 3 other houses here, and they're all extremely ecstatic with their
Yeah.
service. So no complaints there.
No.
5-star review, they had on Google, and that was hard to do. You're always gonna have a few people that complain, and when they do, they bend over backwards try to make it right.
Exactly.
So, but
I know.
other than that, no, they're stand-up people. So
Absolutely.
I'm all about good people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Well, that's it for me. Is that it for you?
That's it for me. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. You can always watch the replay anytime. It'll stay on our website until Facebook deletes it.
Oh my gosh.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your evening. And for you, it's going to go Jets.
And for me, yeah, go Jets go. I'll be tuning in tonight.
That's right.
Watching. I might not be live in Winnipeg, but
Oh,
I'll
that's
be
all right.
live here in my living room.
And we might go to the patio. We'll see. I'll keep the mosquitoes away. We'll get the
Living
chimney
room.
going. And
We'll be in the living room.
we'll get the chimney going. Those little, sticks with the citronella.
Citronella.
Maybe that'll keep them away. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens because the weather's really nice.
I could always wear my mosquito suit.
Yeah, you could. It's pretty funny. I should take a picture and post it.
Yeah, you should.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, you
I know.
got type O blood. They like you. They're
Type-
going to come after you.
Me, I'm O plus. What are you?
Oh, negative.
Yeah, but you're AB or something, right?
No,
or
I'm
R,
not.
or
R.
RH.
RH.
RH, whatever that is. Yeah.
We don't want to tell other people that.
Oh, we don't? That's a secret? Okay. Just the
I'm
mosquitoes
just
know.
kidding.
Mosquitoes
No,
know
it's known that mosquitoes like type O blood.
Okay. They like you more than me.
Well, I don't know. They were coming after you last
I
night.
know, that was weird.
I know.
But normally when the two of us are together, they all just dive bomb her. I'm innocent. I'm free. I don't know. All right,
fine.
that's enough. You guys, again, thanks again for tuning in.
Yeah,
we'll,
thanks.
We'll see you on the next live broadcast, and hit us up. You'd like to sell your home. We'll talk later.
You bet. Bye. Okay. Hey.
Got jealous at the end.